Hello folks and welcome to the Game Boy Advance review done by Queen Roadkill Candy. Alright, so get started. This is the typical model that was out there. There's of course the micro and there's collector editions, but this is just the basic Game Boy Advance. I honestly kind of like the shape of this because I found the micro too small, even with my small hands, and I fit into extra small ladies' gloves. This one, it feels more like a controller. You have the screen right here. It's a lot nicer, a lot easier to see, and let me just find the on right over here. And look! You can see it so much better, so much clearer. There was accessories you could get where you could hook it up. It was like honestly, it looked like a go-kart top. And you would hook it on. I don't own one because it was ridiculous. And it would shine light on here, so it was easier to see. But my family members, they owned that, and I thought it was the most ridiculous looking thing. True, it made it so much easier to see what you were doing, but unless you're playing Mario Kart, it was, yeah. It was just, yeah. One of those extras that looked cool in package, and as soon as you brought it out, it looked so stupid. So, here's the light right over here. It, of course, just like all the other ones, it'll show you your power level. You have your A and B. You have your trigger here, and your trigger up here. You have your, I can't see the start and select. This one's start, this one's select. It's so light on this. And going with the trend of the time, you can see that it's kind of see-through. Right here we have the directional pad, which, you know, was the best they had. Currently I have in the e-card reader, which at the time they had these collectible cards you could get, and you would swipe it in here, and each of the cards would give you a game. Now, I don't know if many of you know this about Nintendo's history, but Nintendo was originally a toy company, and they were about to go bankrupt before they made Mario, and they had printed too many cards. So every time they come out with cards, it doesn't really last. I don't know who's in charge of their card department, but it never seems to turn out as good. Like, it seems like a great idea, you know? You have cards, you swipe them, but this is a children's toy, and I don't know if you've seen the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and what happened to Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but they're not cards, they're pieces of paper after your children get a hold of them. So I imagine what happened is they didn't scan properly. I have not been able to find any cards. I'm sure if I looked on eBay, I could find something overpriced for this because as far as I know, they're super rare. It will keep whatever the last card scanned is in here. So right now, I have Donkey Kong Jr. in here. So access save data right there. And it goes to Donkey Kong Jr. There's Donkey Kong Jr. I suck at this game, so I'm not going to play it. Going to the back here, you can see these are incredibly delicate. So many people break these. You go to the store and EB Games or GameStop, depending on where you live, is which one you have. They would sell it without this piece, some of them, and it was the same exact price. And so every time they offered me one without the back, I'm like, no, I need the back. I'm not going to have one pay the same price and have the batteries fall out while I'm playing, because that's very unpleasant. Here's the barcode. Just like if you had Game Boy Color, there was a barcode here that had your serial number, your Game Boy Advanced information. Turning it over, you're going to see down here you have your, I can't even read that, phone and volume. So that's the headphone jack. I gotta admit, out of my eyesight's pretty good, but the way the labeling is on this system, it is uniquely hard to see what it says. So here's your on and off button, and you got these bumper things in case you bash around your system, because it is incredibly delicate compared to the other systems. Now, hang on here. Just going to